welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Today I have designed a really quick morning flow which is perfect for your work week. So often in the morning we are running around trying to get ourselves ready, trying to get our kids ready, maybe trying to get our partner ready, and we often start the day off on the wrong foot. So this class is designed to be done quite quickly and quite easily so that you can start the day the best way possible. You will feel more calm, more grounded and more centered and more open in the body so that you can start your day the best way possible. So before I started practicing yoga, the first thing I did when I got to my workplace is I'd have a coffee and I would spend another hour, an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours trying to wake up and focus so that I could start my day. And it wouldn't be until about 10 o'clock where I had my second coffee that I started to feel that I could get going with my day. And by that time I'd already wasted 2.5, 3 hours. So by doing this in the morning, it only takes 10 to 15 minutes, but it will give you another 2.5 hours of your day of productivity, of feeling calm and feeling grounded, and it's just the best thing that you can start to do. So you won't need anything to practice this morning, just a nice quiet space if you can, a mat, and then we will sit down and we will get grounded and calm. Okay, so we're starting our practice today standing, feet about hip distance apart. Bring your hands into prayer and just gently close down the eyes. And just start to feel within yourself, just noticing any tension. Just feel your feet rooted down to the mat. Relax the shoulders, the jaw, space between the eyebrows, and then bring your awareness to your breath. Breathing in and out the nose, using your inhale to bring in energy and light into the body, and your exhale to release anything that's not serving you, any tension, any negative energy. Just allow that to melt away as you exhale. Just take a few more breaths here, really settling into the morning. Taking this time for yourself. Now set your intention for the day. Hold that intention close to your heart. Try and hold it throughout your practice. Gently open up the eyes. Now we're going to rub the hands together and generate some heat. Just rubbing a little bit more, and then we're going to place our palms over our eyes and just take a breath. Bring the hands back into prayer. Inhale, we bring the hands up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, fully fill the lungs. Exhale, hands to prayer. Do one more. Inhale. And exhale, hands to prayer. Now inhale, bring the hands up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring your right hand down towards your thigh, and with your left fingertips, reach up and over. Just starting to open up the left side of the body. Just go to wherever you feel that nice stretch, making sure that the hips stay square. Inhale, bring both hands up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, other side, so left hand down to the thigh and reach up and over towards the left with the right hand. Making sure that shoulder doesn't roll forward. And inhale, bring the hands up to the ceiling. Now exhale, we bring the hands down to a T. Now we're going to eagle shape the arms, so the left hand is going to come underneath the right. And if you can, bring your palms to touch. If not, just bring your hands on top of the shoulders. So lift your elbows up so that they're in line with the shoulders. We're going to inhale, lift the shoulders up and do a little back bend. Then as you exhale, we're going to bend the knees and roll forward, curving the back of the spine. Inhale, come up. And exhale, round. And inhale, just come to center. Bring the hands out to a T, so swapping sides, so this time right under left. Either palms touch or on the hands on the shoulders. Again with the back bend, so inhale, we lift the shoulders up, little back bend. And then as we exhale, we bend the knees and round the spine. Little forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up to neutral, untwist the arms. Bring the hands up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, we're going to swan dive all the way forward. Grabbing your elbows and just gently rock from side to side. Generous bend in the knees if you need. Just warming up the backs of the legs. And then bring your hands down to the mat. Drop your knees down so the tops of the feet are grounded. We're going to sit back in child's pose, so bring the sit bones back towards the heels and walk the hands to the top of the mat and try and bring your forehead down to the mat. Then on your next inhale, we're going to rise the hands up towards the ceiling, so stack the hips on top of the knees. Inhale as you come up, a little back bend if you can. And then exhale, we're going to lower all the way back down to child's pose. Inhale, come forward to tabletop. And as you exhale, we tuck the toes and push back to your down dog. Keep that spine nice and long and just pedal out the feet a little bit, warming up the backs of the legs. And just take a few moments in stillness. It's perfectly fine if your knees are bent. If your heels are grounded, that's great, but it's not the goal. It's to keep the spine nice and long. Take one more breath. Now as you inhale, we're going to bend the knees and bring the knees back down to the mat in our tabletop. And as they exhale, we're going to sit back to child's pose. As we inhale, we rise up, so bring the hands up towards the ceiling, stack the hips. And then exhale, we sit back to child's pose. Inhale, we come forward to tabletop. And then as we exhale, we tuck the toes, push back to down dog. So we're going to flow through these postures. We're going to do 2 more rounds. So inhale, we bring the knees down to the mat. Exhale, sit back to child's pose. Inhale, we rise up. Little back bend if you can. Then exhale, sit back to child's pose. Nice and fluid, moving with the breath. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale, push back down dog. Last round. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale, we push back to our down dog. Now stay here for a couple of breaths. You may feel you can get a little deeper now. And then come high to the balls of the feet, bend the knees and tiptoe to the top of the mat, walking your feet all the way up to meet your hands, hang in your forward fold for a breath, and then bend the knees. We're going to roll up. As we inhale, bring the hands up over our head, and exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, we sweep the hands up. Exhale, we hinge and fold forward. Inhale to a half lift, hands on the shins or thighs, and exhale, we fold, plant the hands. Now pick up the right foot, step it to the back of the mat, and drop the right knee down. Inhale, we sweep the hands up towards the ceiling. And exhale, we're going to come to a twist. So the left hand's going to come back, right hand's going to come forward. Breathe. Inhale, we bring the hands back up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, we bring the hands down to frame the foot. So keep the chest lifted. So inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to straighten this front leg, bring the sit bones back and come into a hamstring stretch. Inhale, we come forward again, lift the chest. Exhale, push back. Just warming up that leg nice and gently. Do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, push back. Now if you like, you can come onto your heel and lift the toes up, take it deeper. 1 more. Inhale, lift the chest, come forward. And exhale, push back, lift the toes if you can. And then we're going to ground that foot. Now walk the hands out slightly in front of you. Pick up that back knee. We're going to bring the weight on top of our left leg and then sweep the right leg up. So grounded aeroplane, square the hips and flex the right foot. Now pull the navel back to the spine. And if you feel you can lift the hands off, take the hands off and come into warrior 3. Breathe. And if the hands are lifted, bring the hands back down and step that right foot to the back of the mat. Left foot to the back of the mat and you're down dog. Inhale, we ripple forward to plank. So take your vinyasa. If you want to drop the knees, lower the chest or full chaturanga down. Inhale, we lift the chest to baby cobra or up dog. And exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. Then on your inhale, we're going to sweep that right foot up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, we bend the knee and plant that foot between the hands and drop the left knee down to the mat. Inhale, we bring the hands up. Now exhale, we come to the twist, left hand forward, right hand back. Take a breath. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, we bring the hands down to frame the foot. Now just check this knee isn't coming over the ankle. Hands on either side, lift the chest as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring the sit bones back, straighten that front leg. Inhale, forward. Exhale, push back. Do 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, push back. If you want to come onto that heel, lift the toes. Inhale, forward. And exhale, push back. Make sure those hips don't twist. And then inhale, forward. Extend the hands out in front of you. Lift that left knee and bring a press up. Coming to bring our weight on top of that right leg. So square the hips, flex that left foot, engage the core, engage the standing leg. And then when you're ready, you can feel free to come into the full version of warrior 3. Shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath. And then bring the hands down to frame the foot. Left foot comes down, hang on your forward fold. Bend the knees and inhale, we rise up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Very good. Inhale, we bring the hands up. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale to a half lift. And exhale, fold, plant the hand. Now we're going to pick up the left foot, step it to the back of the mat, but we're not dropping the knee. So steady yourself, and then inhale, we rise up to a high lunge. As we exhale, left hand forward, right hand back, twist. Inhale, hands come up. And now exhale, we're going to bring the hands down to frame the foot. Now take a small step in with that back foot and turn the heel to the 45. And then straighten this front leg, square the hips and come into your pyramid. Now if that's too much, take a small bend in the front leg. Breathe. Now take a small bend in this front leg, walk the hands out again, press the weight into this front leg and lift the left leg off. Now, if you like, you can carry on practicing your warrior 3, or if you want to come into your half moon, start to stack the hips. And then when you feel ready, you can bring the left hand up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Use the core. And then bring the left hand down, walk the hands back closer towards the foot. Left foot comes to the back of the mat. Step the right foot back to your down dog. Inhale, we ripple forward to plank. Take your vinyasa, either drop the knees or full chaturanga down. Inhale to your up dog or baby cobra. And then exhale, tuck the toes, push back, down dog. Doing well. Inhale, we're going to sweep that left foot up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we're going to bend the knee, plant the foot between the hands, steady yourself. And then inhale, we rise up. Exhale, left hand behind, right hand comes forward, twist. Inhale, up. And then exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot. Now take a small step in with that back foot, turn the heel in. Come into your pyramid. Remember, square the hips, slight bend in the front knee. Breathe. And now walk the hands out in front of you. Bend in this front leg, bring the weight up. Lift off the right leg. Now take your option if you want to practice your warrior 3, or if you want to come into the half moon, stack the hips first. And then when you feel secure, you can bring the right hand up. And maybe if you want to practice lifting, it's okay to be wobbly, that left hand up. Bring both hands down. Bring that right foot down to meet the left and hang on your forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale as we roll up. And exhale, bring the hands to prayer, close the eyes, take a breath. Come back to your intention. Focus. Inhale, we bring the hands up. Exhale, we hinge and fold. Inhale to a half lift. Now exhale, fold. Now plant the hands. I'm going to step all the way back to a down dog. Just one more time. And then drop the knees down to the mat. Bring the sit bones down, so sweep the heels to the side. Extend the feet out in front of you. Now sit up nice and tall. Get that spine nice and long, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, bring the hands up. As you exhale, hinge forward, little forward fold. Keep those feet flexed. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. One more. Exhale, fold. Go a little deeper this time. And inhale, we rise up. And exhale, lower the hands down by your sides. Now, if you want to cross the feet in, come into a nice, comfortable cross-legged position, either half lotus or just nice and crossed. Sit up tall, bring the hands down to the knees, drop the shoulders, close the eyes. And bring the hands into prayer now. Thank yourself for your practice. I hope this really helps your day today and that you're more focused, grounded and calm. Thank you for watching. Namaste.